So let me give it to you this way. He's God enough to be sovereign, but he's human enough to be sensitive. He's God enough to understand everything and human enough to feel what you and I feel. We serve a Savior who's divine enough to rule the universe, but he's human enough to relate to your pain. God enough to know everything about you and human enough to know what it feels like to be you. We serve a Savior who's divine enough to sit on the throne, but human enough to walk in our shoes. He was human enough to be carried by Mary, but God enough to create Mary. He was human enough to pay taxes, but God enough to get the money out the fish mouth to pay it. He's human enough to cry at Lazarus' tomb, but God enough to raise him out the grave. Human enough to eat bread, but God enough to say, I'm the bread of life. He was human enough to get thirsty, but God enough to say, I am the living water. Human enough to walk in darkness, but God enough to declare, I'm the light of the world.